I never tell people like, oh, I can't believe you spend money on this or that. Like I actually like to hear where people feel like they're kind of a little indulgent, because usually what you find is the more interesting part of the person is there. If they're just like, oh, Jesse, I just watch every penny, and I make sure that I use the bar of soap all the way down until it's a sliver, and then I meld it with the other bar of soap. And I'm just kind of like, this is a boring conversation, you know? But like, tell me where you kind of go for it, where you splurge a little bit, and you'll see someone be like, oh, I collect vinyl. And then you just let them rattle on about vinyl records for a while. And you're like, well, that is cool. And we literally, I say vinyl because there was a guy that was like, I use YNAB because it helps me collect vinyl records, full stop. They're like, I know I'm not going to stop collecting them. So this has allowed them to spend more money and spend the money without the guilt. And that's what it's there for. You're literally doing this exchange every day.
It's the effort to the money and then the money to what's valuable.
Yeah, the money is just this intermediary that disappears.
Yeah, exactly.
It's you and you on both sides. Yeah. You earning the money and then you caring about a thing. And we just try and get those to be the same. And the money is just a little spot where it's just sitting there waiting for the
tool.
Yeah, it's just the tool. It's just a holder. But eventually it's like finding a common denominator or simplifying an equation. It just all drops out and you just got you there. And if you're spending in accordance with your values, whatever you care about, then you have this nice resonance and you aren't worried. Now, it doesn't mean that you are like, oh, I hate HVAC repairs, therefore I will never update my HVAC unit. Like, no, you will, because at some point you value a working AC unit in a hot state, in the middle of the summer. But do you love doing it? No, but do you value it at the end of the day? Yes. Do you value your electricity bill? Well, people will be like, oh, that's pretty boring. That's not what I want to talk about. But
spend a day without electricity.
Yeah, at the end of the day, you actually do really value it. Like people are like, oh, when I'm, we'll call it being spendful sometimes, like mindfully spending. And they're like, oh, I was super spendful today, Jesse, because I went on a walk with my kid and we stopped and got ice cream. And they're just telling me about a cool experience they had. And meanwhile, I'm kind of thinking, yeah, but it wasn't also cool that you paid your mortgage without even thinking about it? And you have a roof to go home to, and they're like, oh yeah, that's true. And like the electric light, everything, all that's going, and you've got hot water, and they're like, oh yeah, that's true too. Like, it's not just the extravagances or the nice to haves where we talk about lining up our spending what we care about. It really is a lot of the stuff that's, if you're doing it well, it's kind of on autopilot and it just recedes to the background.
There's like an element of gratitude to that as well, I think, right?
I think so. Just a level of awareness where you're like,
awareness and gratitude.
You're like, I'm actually really glad that I can go and drop $500 at Costco and bring home this haul of food that will feed these kids for a good little while. Not a lot, but a little while,